Meh. Don't worry about it, Taraji, whose last name I don't even need to say and you know who I'm talking about. I didn't know who these guys were either. I did my research for the segment, for you walking down the aisle during the BET Awards on Sunday night.
The Method Man lookalike. Method's married, are you?
The Method Man lookalike is Jordan Howlett, whose TikTok handle is Jordan the Stallion.
Are you? Hi, how are you?
Now, through the interaction, Taraji didn't actually say Jordan's name, so now she's turned back to the teleprompter. So now she thinks she's turning back to that same guy, referring to him as Keith.
Mr. Keith Lee, I know what you're thinking right now. This is about a 10.9 out of a 10.
But Keith Lee is actually that guy.
Else.
If the host is white, they're asked to be canceled right now.
I got caught up in my own inner monologue. I'm so sorry.
I'm impressed that Taraji stuck with the bit. That's dedication. Or going down with the ship.
You're thinking this is a 10.9 out of 10.
I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for one second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation.
Did anyone think that Taraji had ill will towards him? No. She didn't know who these TikTokers were. It's that simple. After the mix-up, Keith posted a video of him holding and dropping that flower, so people assumed, and yeah, they were right, he was throwing away Taraji's gift.
The reason I did this had nothing to do with Taraji P. Henson. The reason I dropped it on the floor is that I wholeheartedly believe that wasn't my rose.
You're dropping a rose on the floor, a rose given to you by Taraji, has nothing to do with Taraji? Uh-huh.
That wasn't my rose. That wasn't my moment.
The rose was intended and given to you. It's yours. You were pissed you didn't know what your name was, and you're like, oh, Jordan should have this rose.
The entire segment on the production side felt extremely rushed.
Well, it's a live award show, Keith. It's always rushed. So yeah, Taraji was somewhere else right before that segment. The camera person was somewhere else before that segment. They come over there during commercial break. Okay, we're doing this. Here, you're going to there, boom, live, go.
Not only did it feel rushed, it did not feel intentional. It did not feel purposeful.
No, it had intention. It had purpose. It's just not that deep, Keith. You're a TikToker. Come on. It was Taraji wandering through the audience for 90 seconds, flirting with some guys and giving them roses. That's it.
So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me.
Really, Keith? Well, I'll explain a few things to you. Days before the BET Awards happened, professional producers reached out to you or your publicist and say, hey, does Keith want to be part of this segment during the BET Awards? And your publicist said, yes, we will. So a professional writer wrote a script before that show and made reference to the 10.9 from your videos and the fact that Jordan was a Method Man lookalike. And yeah, then that script is loaded into teleprompter.
So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats.
They prepared what aisle Taraji was going to be walking down. They moved you from other seats in the theater to be in those seats right on the aisle and those seats that had the open space in front of them so the camera person could be in front and get all you guys in the frame at once. Look at that. That's what professionals in business who have worked in the business know you do to prepare for a segment like that in an award show. There you go.
I'm forever thankful for every room that I'm in. I was more than thankful and more than grateful to just sit there and enjoy the show.
That's a lie. If it was true, you would have declined the invitation to be part of the segment and just sat somewhere else in the theater and enjoyed the show.
Give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me.
No doubt Taraji knew you were TikTokers or social media influencers or Instagram famous. She just didn't know which one of you were Keith. And yeah, maybe the producer didn't specifically go like, okay, this is Keith, this is Jordan. So yeah, it's partly on the producer, but it is really Taraji's screw up.
My bad.
I'm not mad at Taraji for doing it. I mean, these things happen. Yeah, these people are not really famous. This guy's trying to throw the entire production under the bus when it's Taraji that made a mistake, and he's doing that because she's a celebrity and doesn't want to be in her bad books.
Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was.
Well, you should, because she clearly doesn't.
Me and my wife, we looked amazing, we felt amazing, we was enjoying the show. I've always spoke about my social anxiety, and for me, just to get out and be in that moment was more than enough for me.
Once again, no, it wasn't. You would have said no to the invitation to be part of that segment, and no one forced you to go either. You could have just stayed home.
I never longed for the spotlight. We all humans. We all make mistakes.
But who was the human who made that mistake? Look, this guy is still talking. It's so convoluted, but yeah, now I see what he's trying to do here. He's just trying to backpedal. The reality is, he thought this is his moment. He's going to be introduced to a big TV audience. That's why he agreed to be in this segment, and then it got screwed up. And so now he's thinking, well, you know, that the universe is telling me this wasn't really my moment. I'm going to have another moment. So yeah, this can't be my moment. So that's why I get rid of this rose. Screw Taraji. Now he's trying to backpedal because he doesn't want to be in Taraji's bad books. Dude, I have 2 words for you. Adele Dazeem.
Say to myself, at first I
talented.
felt really sorry for myself. Like, Meryl Streep's out there is my big break, and he just at my name. 8 seconds, the band starts, and I'm like, get your together. Come on, this is your moment. Like, stop worrying about that he messed up your name. Sing, bitch.
Retrospectively, how do you feel about that moment
This is the greatest
now?
thing ever happened to me.
You got more press out of this because of Taraji screw up than you would have in that normal segment.
You fine too, so call me. Give him his flower.
I would be appreciative that BT asked you if you wanted to be part of that segment because you're not famous. And yeah, I would take the opportunity and be grateful for it instead of throwing the entire BET award show production under the bus, dude. You don't know what you're doing. Ugh, these people. What are your thoughts?
If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that.